You like? Hey guys, I was gonna unbox this Fujifilm XT5 alone, sad, in the room. But I thought it'd be fun to do it with you and see what the unboxing experience is like with the Fujifilm XT5. And while we unbox it, we could discuss, should you upgrade from like a Fujifilm XT2 or the XT3? And it's probably the most common questions I get is, should I buy this lens or should I buy that lens? Should I buy this camera or should I buy that camera? And like, these things are such personal, you know, these are just personal decisions that I don't feel comfortable telling you what to buy, because I don't want to be responsible for you being unhappy, or, you know, maybe there's a better camera for you than what the two that you're asking me for about. Okay. All right, we have some paperwork on the top, which is very nice. We have, oh, the camera's just like right there already. Okay, so Fujifilm, you need to, like, you know, maybe hide it a little bit so that we get a little bit of, you know, that anticipation feeling. You know, give us all the boring stuff first. Let's look at the boring stuff first. So I'm going to talk about what I use and what I don't use in what comes in the box. So we get a USB charging cable. And the reason we get this is because we used to get little charging bricks, which were awesome. These are the little, this will be a thing of the past, but this is a Fujifilm charging brick. And on there, I have the famous, you know, Apple brick hack. Instead of using the cord, you could put the little Apple brick thing. This is great for travel, and it's nice to have one of these around, but they're not really shipping the cameras with them anymore. What they've been doing is putting the little, what is it? This guy. And it's good because this is actually universal for your, you know, for all the countries. So if you're traveling, you can change out the little plug for your country to the other country. Oh, this is the first big battery. I didn't own the XT4. I did not really, that camera did not gel with me. So it's kind of nice that the XT5 kind of looks just like the XT2, which is a great camera. And again, we'll say it in every video. Fujifilm, if you're watching, XT50. So back to the charger. If you can get your hands on a Fujifilm charger, it's always nice if you're traveling to charge the camera that way. But I'm going to have to get a new charger because this is a very different battery. The camera straps are very thick. This is something new as well. I'm used to the small little leatherette strap. This is very beefy. Wow, it's actually a very nice strap. Very nice. Maybe a little too big for what I like to wear, but this is the strap. Very pretty. It says Fujifilm on there. It's rubberized on one side, so it has a little bit of grip for your sweaty neck while you're traveling. Give you a big rash. So that's nice. We get a little micro, oh, this is nice that they include this. So there is no headphone jack on this camera. So they give you a little USB-C to 3.5 so that you can, I never monitor my audio. So what I monitor are the lines on the audio, which is what I'm doing right now. And as long as they're not peaking, for the most part, you're pretty safe. And these are all the plugs. So here we have a European, we have a, I don't know, Antarctican one, Antarctican, and then China and America. Let's use America here. So maybe a little bit of wasteful plastic. Maybe it should be by country you ship when they throw in the little plug instead of all of them. But good if you're traveling. So now I can charge the camera before I get a charger. So you make your little brick. Anything else in there? Nope. We just have the camera, which is exciting. But again, Fujifilm, hide it. Put it in frosted plastic. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Now, I've already tried this camera. If you haven't seen that video of mine. Wow, so nice. People were angry about the screen. I laugh at people. If you're angry about the screen, the flip up screen, you have plenty of Fujifilm cameras to choose from. If you want the 40 megapixels and the fully articulating screen, well, that's called the XH2. You can absolutely get an XH2. If you want a smaller camera with a fully articulating screen, that's called the XS10, which has IBIS and is a great little camera. I know you wanted the XT5 to be for you, but maybe the XT5 isn't for you. And I think that's maybe the theme of this video is you don't need to buy the latest and greatest if it doesn't work for you. So why did this is my own personal XT5. Why did I pick up an XT5? Well, I think that it has all the features that I want. Now, one of the first things that I've been missing is the newer film simulations. So the last camera that I've owned personally from Fujifilm is the X-T3. That's the one that's the most modern that I've had. But from the X Pro 3 and the XS10, those had newer film simulations. And the one being most interesting is that nostalgic neg. Oh man, let's look at that 40 megapixel. Wow. Wait, going back to the film simulation. So I'm very excited to try the film simulation in this camera and also to film videos. As a YouTuber and also running a channel, it's important for me to own the different cameras. I don't think if I was a YouTuber, I would own as many Fujifilms as I do, but it's great if I'm testing or trying out a lens or something. I could try it now at the 40, the 26, the 24, and the 16 megapixel to bring that to you guys. Good excuse, right? Good excuse to pick up the X-T5. I love pretty much everything Fujifilm did with this camera. The buttons are a little bit more robust. It has the bigger battery. It has IBIS in it. They made the camera smaller. It's a little heftier. Is it a little heftier? Yeah, it has a little bigger battery. So the X-T2 is a little lighter. The X-T5 is, now we already know how many grams it is from our other video, but real life feels. The only thing that I was a little kind of like about was the micro HDMI. So it would have been nice to see them put a mini HDMI, which is a nicer cable if you're going to use the camera, you know, like connected to a capture card and, you know, shoot video onto your computer that way. The micro one is just such a finicky cable. But other than that, all the choices that Fujifilm made, I appreciate. The dials are back, the pushing the rear dials are back, the flip up screen is back. So with more megapixels, you're gonna get more detail, more fine wires and little leaves and things. However, that's only if you're zooming into the picture. We showed that in another video as well. So don't stress so much about the 40 megapixels. I think what's more important in this camera is the autofocus improvements, especially video tracking. One of my pet peeves with Fujifilm for video is just the little pulsing sometimes. And what I found with Fujifilm is it's very lens dependent. If you maybe have the wrong lens that makes like mosquito noises when it's like zzz, 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 that may not be the best option for video. So you have to kind of pair up the best lenses for the autofocus, you know, for video autofocus. And the other one is shooting video and photo because of that IBIS. That's the one I'm most excited about. So walking around New York City, taking a little bit of 4K video, maybe a little 4K 60 video, and then shooting photographs. I think just carrying one camera. I don't mind so much that it doesn't have the flip out screen, because with my Fujifilm X-T20, even this one, I would just put face detection on and on 1080p. It doesn't have face detection on in 4K. And the camera would find my face, no problem. And what's even better than that is you look at the lens. You don't look at the screen. You actually just look at the lens because there's no, no screen to stare at. And so I think I'm going to try that with this camera. If I go out to shoot, it'll be my full YouTube and my full photography. If I'm testing out a lens or something, it'd be nice to just go out with one camera. Let me know in the comments if you got your Fujifilm X-T5, and I'll see you guys next time.